Today, put your hand up, please. Sam Wallace.
Hello, Frank. It felt like a pretty critical goal in the end for you, and a really, really important win in the context of this.
Yeah, it was. I think considering Fulham's recent form and our recent form, actually going into the game, you look at them. Tottenham very good the other night. Could have got a result, a win. Liverpool here, very organised, on an uplift in their form. And for us, we know we wanted a win. We needed a win. The players approached it really well. We started the first half. We controlled a lot of the game. A little bit sloppy at the end of the first half, but with 10 men, the challenge was: can we take advantage of this? Can we stay in the half? Can we move the ball quickly? Can we force an opening or more? And it wasn't easy because they know what they've got to do then. And I thought it was very massive that Mason got the goal because his overall performance in the game was outstanding. But the spirit of the whole team and the desire to win that game and see it through was great.
Andy Dillon. Andy Dillon.
Hi, Frank. Hi, Frank. It's Charlie. I'm doing this stuff for the Sunday. How important was it that your players remain patient? Because that was important, because it was very, very frustrating. You didn't actually create that much in the second half. How was it important that the team were calm?
Yeah, it was really important because when you're our recent league form, as we know, has not been what we want. So it means that at the top end of the pitch, we've gone from top goal scorers in the Premier League for a period to not. And that means there's a little lack of confidence in individuals. And when you're facing a low block of a 10-man team, then you're going to have to try and find a pass that goes through a line or a bit of magic that comes off the cuff. And it wasn't quite there for us until Mason goal. And as I say, he was the outstanding player. But the patience was good. The movement of the ball was pretty good. Now it's important that we take it forward because I thought the spirit and the way we approached it was spot on. And now we've got a big game on Tuesday.
Nick Callow.
Hi there, Frank. You said in the build-up to the match that the pressure of this sort of run and this situation helps you focus, almost brings out the best in you. What was going through your mind when you made that double substitution just before the goal? Were you feeling focused then, or pressure, or what were you thinking?
I was just thinking about the circumstance in the game, and at that point where sometimes you just exhausted a few avenues or players that are on there. Can you bring something that looks different? And I thought all the players that came on brought that. Tammy comes on, and Callum and Timo, all in their own way, showed something a bit different to what we had. And I just thought that was important. So yeah, I mean, listen, I'm focused anyway. And this period has been a bit tough for us. When you're a club like Chelsea, people want to really make a lot of it and talk about it. That comes with the territory for me and for the players. But at the same time, I think I understand clearly where we are as a team. We have a lot of younger players in this group at the top end of the pitch, which is critical to win games like tonight or other games. We want consistency, but we have to work towards that and have patience towards that, not just tonight, but in general with the group. So it's a small step today in terms of getting us a little bit back on track in the league, but it only matters if we take it forward over this month because we've got some big games coming this month.
Any more for
and a quick word on Mason Mount. So I was going to say a quick word on Mason Mount because he played well apart from the goal, didn't he?
I thought Mason's performance all round was fantastic. He's been very, very good for us. I mean, last year, this year, and he's a big example of when I mentioned youth. Mason turned 22 last week, and I came to Chelsea at 22 years of age, and I wasn't blowing the world away in the first year or so at Chelsea. I was finding my feet. Mason's already got so many games under his belt. And when you look across our front line, you've got Christian Pulisic, similar age bracket, Kai Havertz, similar age bracket, Callum Hudson-Odoi, younger age bracket, Tammy, Timo, they're all young. But to go back to Mason, his effort, his attitude, his quality of play today was outstanding.
Last one before we do Mondays, Liam Twomey.
Hi, Frank. Just one from me. I saw you mention to Sky that you found the selection decisions really difficult for this game, particularly with regards to Callum. But was it more difficult because in the back of your mind, you know it's such a short turnaround to Leicester and you're going to have to pick a really strong team to get through that game as well?
Yeah, I mean, it was difficult. And I was specifically talking about Callum there because Callum's form recently there's been a real uplift in it for me. And that's part of Callum's development. And now he's coming on and going by people, showing a confidence. And a lot of that will be down to his injury that he had to go over last season. But Hakim obviously gives us something different. He was outstanding in the period he was fit, which was in the period of us having a very good run. And Christian always is a big threat for us. So when I have the three wingers fit, there's one maybe that can't start the game. They must come on and impact the game, because generally a winger is where you may make substitutions in nights like tonight. And yeah, I had Leicester in mind. I'll have to see how the players react over the next day or two. But in this busy period, players will have to accept sometimes being an impact at some time and then coming in and starting and showing. And I've got to say, for Callum, I'm delighted with how he's playing at the minute. And he's a great example of someone that's approaching it all in the right way. And he'll get many, many minutes, Callum, for us.